our first trailer for the new upcoming Child's Play remake. And before this trailer, we had a couple behind the scenes photos, we had our first poster, we had a very small glimpse at what Chucky would look like in this, and this is not like the other Chucky movies. This is kind of like a Chuckyverse now. This is a totally different, going in a totally different direction from like Bride and like the first Chucky with this, like the making a Chucky like a robot now. And I think that's a cool thing to do, and I get that part of this movie. It gets a lot of hype. I feel like ever since we live in a world where social media is big and technology is upgrading almost every day, every hour of every single day now, and your social media is the thing. So it makes sense why they're taking Chucky, why they're taking this Chucky character in a very different and new way. And I'm excited to see him in the technology way. Because I feel like we need a modern Child's Play, like making him a robot, and like ever since we have our technology just given to us, we have like social media, computers, all of that. It makes sense why they're actually doing that. So I know I have no hate against that. I think it's actually a cool direction that they're going with. But last night, around 12:30, 1 o'clock, I looked on Twitter and I was like, oh shit, they dropped the Child's Play trailer. But I had the urge to just watch it, because if you don't know me, big slasher fan, big Chucky fan. And I'm actually reviewing the Child's Play movies right now. You can actually go check out my 3 reviews of the original 3 Child's Play movies that came out in the 80s and 90s. I reviewed Child's Play, Child's Play 2, and Child's Play 3. You will be getting reviews for Bride and Seed and, Cult, and all of them are coming out. The first movie does come out in June. You will be definitely getting reviews of those movies. I just decided to take a break because I've already almost finished the franchise. I'm just taking a break because I was releasing those reviews like left and right, like one every day. So I want to just kind of spread them out. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of make it more of a, I guess, a test, a challenge. So yeah. But yeah, a Child's Play. Like, I'm a big Slash fan, big Chucky fan. I love the original. That original, it was such a great movie to have a kid actually lead a movie and have him deliver a great performance with a great story, with a horror icon that is terrifying to little kids. Just the idea of this innocent, friendly childhood doll that you probably played with when you were a kid, just coming to life and trying to kill you and take over your soul. It's such a twisted and sinister idea, and it completely works. And Chucky has become a big horror icon in modern day now. Like, he's getting his own remake, which we are about to react to that trailer, and he's had tons of sequels. And Chucky has just become he's become a big phenomenon in our world now. And and he's up there with with Freddy Krueger, Jason, and all them. He's actually at the top of the list with like Pinhead and all those really great slashers. Because it's such a twisted idea, and Tom Holland did some really cool stuff with that movie. And yeah, I got to give credit to him. But yeah, I go deep in my reviews here. Go check out my review of the original Child's Play. But the Child's Play is just one of my favorites, and I have high expectations for this remake. I like the direction that they're going, like making Chucky a robot. I think it makes sense for our modern day and our modern society, since we have social media and everyone has a phone in their pocket 24/7. So it really makes sense because social media, computers, technology is just upgrading. So I think it's cool that they're doing something new, they're doing something fresh with the Chucky character. But sometimes Chucky, he's always just been a doll. And making him a robot, I'm curious to know actually how they execute that idea. Because like Chucky, he's always just been a doll. And that's his sinister and twisted ideas. He's just been a doll. So, and I'm curious. It makes sense why they're doing it, because they're trying to make this remake bigger, and they're trying to make it like in a different direction to the others. This is not just your same old Chucky movie. So, anyways. But yeah, Child's Play. I don't know really what else to expect. I don't know who the cast is yet. I don't know really who's casted. Um, we've just got a couple behind the scenes photos, a little glimpse at what Chucky would look like. Our first poster, but we don't really know much information about this movie. And the trailer is 1 minute and 13 seconds long, and yeah, it released last night around 12:30, 12:30, 1 o'clock. Before I went to bed, I checked when I was like, oh shit, a Child's Play trailer dropped. So I had that urge just to click on it because I'm such a big Child's Play fan. I mean, I love the first Child's Play. The second Child's Play is also good. The third Child's Play is when they kind of go, down. Mm. But anyways, I have kind of high expectations because like ever since like almost every horror movie from the 80s now is actually being remade. We already had a remake for Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. The only remake that actually hasn't happened is probably a Pinhead remake. Is a Hellraiser remake probably. But almost every single movie from the 80s has officially been remade into a newer a version of itself. But now we have a Child's Play, and the director's already come out and said that this is not like this. He said the director said that it will follow the same formula as the original, but it's going to be very different in direction. So I'm curious to know. Actually, I'm curious to actually check out this trailer. I mean, I've been excited for this trailer like ever since last week when we first got the announcement that we'll be getting a Child's Play trailer soon or next week sometime. I've been excited, and I'd also like to see maybe our first look at Chucky because we haven't really got our first official look. We've got like little glimpses at what he would look like, and we know he will be a robot, but we don't have an official look at his face. We don't know really what he will look like. From the leaked, from the first glimpse that we got of Chucky a couple months ago with him like holding the knife right there and it's covering like half of his face, and you only see half of his face, and his face looks very, like very polished and all that. I would like to see maybe our first look, our first official, full-on look at Chucky. I'm curious to know actually what this robot Chucky does look like. But I don't know. I don't know. My brain's kind of like, is this going to be good? Like I'm one of those people that ever since this is directed by a first-time director, and I feel like if you have a passion for the character, if you have a passion for the genre, and if you have a great idea for a remake, do it. There's really nothing stopping you. So I'm one of those people that when this movie was first announced, I was like, this movie could be good because each director has their own style, has their own vision on how they want their movie to be made and how they want it to be executed. So, and there's been some really great first-time director movies out there, like only recently that came out in 2012, The Babadook. That was directed by Jennifer Kent. She was the first-time woman director, and that movie turned out absolutely like phenomenal. So, I'm definitely give credit to the director because I don't like hating on. I don't like hating on directors. I don't like hating on really films in general. I I like to give them as much respect because 'cause I know how hard it is to make a movie, to really get a crew together, to really take, to really direct, to write, to really just do all that. It takes a lot of work to make a film. So the people who went to see the I think it's the Prestige. It's like a demon haunted house type movie in theaters. They got to see like a 20-second teaser of the movie, so that was pretty cool. They got to see it a day before the trailer actually released, so that was a pretty cool. They did that with Happy Death Day 2 years, where you had to go see Halloween to actually see that trailer. So they're kind of doing that with the horror now, the horror genre. It's a pretty smart idea to actually get people in the seats. Went like pretty smart marketing right there. But we have an official trailer. It's released online. Let's check this out.
We believe that happiness is about more than entertainment. It's about being known, understood, loved. Introducing your new best friend.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Oh shit, from the producers of It. I love how the song Best Friend is playing in the background as
Chucky?
Okay, I really like that trailer. It goes back on the roots of what that first movie was, of it being a remake and all. It has to follow the premise, has to follow the roots of the original, and with that original, like it sets up questions for the first act, like whether it was Chucky or Andy who was doing it, who was killing these people. And then you find out it was Chucky, and we all know, like, it is Chucky. Like, we've seen all the sequels, we've seen Cult, we know who Chucky is now. Like, for every horror fan out there, they would know who Chucky is. If you don't know who he is, you would have heard the name before. And this trailer, it kind of goes back on the roots of that first. Is it builds the suspense on what he looks like, and that just adds to the creepiness of this trailer. It gives you little hints, like you get to see Chucky's knife. You get in that last shot, like Chucky, he's in the shadows, and he's get a good look at him. And throughout the trailer, it gives you little glimpses of what he does look like. Like you see his knife, and then there's a shot of there's a police car, and in front of the camera there is Chuck. It's kind of like a not the first, not the point of view, but you get to see the back of Chucky. And the new company, it's no longer called Good Guy Doll, it's called Buddy, and Chucky will be your best friend till the end. You know, there's that saying, so it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I really like this. That it goes back on the roots on what that original Chucky was. Is you're questioning whether or not it was Chucky or Andy. But at the same time, it's bringing the suspense on what Chucky does look like. You don't get a good look at him, and the trailer just it teases you with what he looks like. So they're kind of saving our first official look of Chucky for when the movie comes out, or if we get a second trailer before the movie comes out this summer. We might get a clear look at Chucky in that one. And ever since this is a newer version of Chucky and he's a robot now, I feel like that's why this show builds a suspense, is because he's a robot. So Chucky would have to look very polished, very different, but at the same time keep that classic Chucky there as well. That's one thing I just hope this movie does, is it has what made Chucky so memorable, which was those lines, his charm, his personality, just him being Chucky. And yeah, I just hope the movie captures that. But yeah, you don't get much of Chucky in this. You don't even hear his laugh. You don't hear him say anything. And Brad Dourif is not voicing Chucky this time around, which, and I think that is kind of good and bad for me. I'll give you my reasons why. Because first off, Brad Dourif has really been on this character for like I think 20 years now. And I feel like it's about time he gives someone else a try. And since this is a remake, it's good to try different things and try different voice actors and give them a try. If people don't like him, well, yeah, so what? You know what I mean? So it's good to kind of really do something different with the character and, you know, do a different voice work and and all that. But yeah, Brad Dourif, I mean, he really made Chucky, and just like those lines, like that's kind of what made Chucky. Chucky is the iconic lines he said, like the "Don't the Chuck" line. That is such an iconic line that was used in the third movie, and just the lines, just the personality. I hope they really capture what made Chucky so memorable in those original three movies, which was his charm, the personality, the his lines. That's what really made Chucky so, I think, different. What separates Chucky from like Freddy and Jason is he's very different. Like, he's just a doll and all that. And I've had quite a history with Chucky as well. Like, when I was in primary school, my friend just used to like tease me just by telling me stuff about like Chucky, and I think it really fiddled with my brain a bit too much. I had disturbing image, and I could not get out of my brain. And yeah, Chucky really scared me. 'Cause I could not even look at images of Chucky because I was actually too scared to. So I've had basically my from year probably 5. I've had quite a interesting primary school experience, I guess. So yeah, primary school was when I first got introduced to Chucky. I guess like my friends started, you know, teasing me, and what he told me disturbed me so much is I could not sleep because it kept, I think, just what I was imagining was just so much more, I guess, was so much more horrific and terrifying. And yeah, it just got to my brain. I could not sleep for like 1 or 2 weeks, and yeah, it really got to me. But yeah, I've had definitely quite a past with Chucky. But now that I saw the Child's Play movies, like I saw them probably when I was like 12 years old for the first time, and after watching, I was just like, okay, I don't know why I was scared of that. So, and I guess my thoughts have kind of really changed. I guess I've really progressed from that. But yeah, Chucky in this, I like what they did. They kind of really keep him as this mysterious figure that you don't get a good look at. Um, and they're doing something different with him, and that robot thing. After seeing it, kind of, I guess, seeing a little bit of it portrayed in this trailer, I'm curious on actually how they execute the robot. Because, like I said, Chucky, that's what's kept him iconic. Is him just being a doll. He's not like Freddy or Jason that can get you in your nightmares or that can get you out of awake. He's just a small innocent doll. And as far as the acting, I think the acting is okay. I don't know what to think of the actor who portrays Andy. I mean, he looks okay. He looks fine for the role. He looks fine for what he could bring to the character, but I just don't think he will really capture the charm, the personality that the other actor who portrayed Andy in the original. I just don't think he will have that kind of charm because he really brought so much to that character. And he really brought that character to life because of the personality and the type of performance he gave. This really gave so much to him as a character and gave so many more levels of depth to his character. But this one, I don't know, he looks like he's kind of watering it down a little bit. But I don't know, he looks okay. I'll have to definitely see another trailer to really, I guess, really sum up my thoughts on the acting. But I mean, I guess the acting is, I think it's fine. I don't want to bitch on the acting. But I mean, they are trying their, I mean, I guess they are trying their best, and I don't want to hate on them because this could be just the best performance he could give. But I don't know, we don't get a whole lot of really Andy, well, at least not enough to really, for me to really at least sum up my thoughts. I can't really, there's not really much else to talk about. It's actually quite a short trailer, but it gives you just enough. It teases you with Chucky. It teases you that this is going to have the same story as the original is, that Andy, he gets a birthday gift, and that birthday gift is a buddy doll, which is Chucky, which then he soon finds out comes to life and tries to take over his soul. So it's so there's definitely some differences that this remake is doing. First off, the name of the company in the original, it was Good Guy Dolls, but in this one it's Buddy. And I mean that kind of makes sense because since this is a remake and trying to do something different, so I mean I totally respect that. They're doing something different with Chucky. They're making him a robot, and there's even a scene where like Chucky's scanning Andy, like when Andy first opens the box, like Andy does this like red line that kind of like scans Andy. So yeah, he's definitely a robot. Um, but I don't know. There's still a lot of questions like how they're gonna execute that. I mean, I'm curious on just how they do this remake. But I don't know. I think from what we saw of Chucky, I think he'll be good. I'm curious to know who's actually voicing Chucky because it's actually not Brad Dourif, and I feel like that's something that people are gonna be like, oh, what Brad Dourif? He owns this role, man. This is his role, but I know it's good to give other people a try, but yeah, I'm just one of these people that I wouldn't try and respect this movie as much because, I mean, like for years, remakes have not been the best of critics. I mean, critics have really just been hating remakes for the sake of hating remakes. There's actually some pretty damn good remakes out there. There's the Friday the 13th one, there's the Wolfman, there's one A Stranger Calls. They are all really great remakes to me, and I enjoy each and every one of them. I feel like remaking Chucky in our generation with our type of style of technology, and really this movie kind of really embraces the technology. It's making Chucky a robot. So yeah, but yeah, I think I really enjoyed this trailer. It gives me just what I want, and it stays true to the original Child's Play. It keeps Chucky in the shadows, and the foreshadowing in the trailer is also really great as well. Just some of the stuff like that they do with Chucky in the trailer is really great. But yeah, it stays true to the original. It keeps Chucky in the shadows, it keeps the foreshadowing going, it keeps the suspense rolling, and leaves you wanting just more of this remake. But and I think the director has, I think he has a good thing going here. I think he has a good cast he's working with. I feel like he's doing some creative stuff with Chucky. So yeah, I mean, I have no problem with a Child's Play remake. I just hope they really capture the charm of what made Chucky Chucky. I mean, there's still some things I am worrying about, like including Chucky, the actor who is playing Andy. I'm still not 100% sold on him. I mean, he kind of just looks like he's painted in. So yeah, like I said, I'll have to definitely see a second. I definitely want to see a second trailer before this movie comes out in June, and I will be continuing my Child's Play series of reviews coming soon with Bride of Chucky, then Seed, and then Cult, and then in a couple months this new Child's Play remake, which I cannot wait to watch. I cannot wait to see what this director does with this remake. Ever since this is his first feature film, this actually looks pretty damn amazing actually for his first film. It looks like he has some great stuff going for it. But anyways, guys, they are my thoughts on the Child's Play remake trailer. Let me know down in the comment section down below, what did you all think of the Child's Play remake trailer? Did you like it? Did you think it was meh? Or didn't you like it at all? I know there's going to be definitely some people out there that absolutely hate this trailer because people have never really been on board with remakes, and people think that remakes are not necessary, but almost every movie from the 80s has been remade now. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, all of them have been remade. So soon we will definitely get a Child's Play remake, and here it is. Because since remakes are a big thing in our society for our younger generation, for the people that did not see the original, they can have these remakes to watch and to cherish. So that's the reason why remakes are around, is to raise awareness that this is a remake to the original that was made back in the 80s, and to make that more of a phenomenon than it is. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, I really enjoyed this trailer. So anyways, guys, until next time, I'll see you in the next movie review or video.